In the winter of 2022, the San Francisco Giants made a significant push to sign Aaron Judge, offering a contract reportedly in the neighborhood of $360 million. The Giants, aiming to bolster their roster with a marquee player, saw Judge as the perfect fit. The team's management was prepared to spend whatever it takes to bring him to San Francisco. Yankees retained their star. Despite the Giants' aggressive pursuit, Judge ultimately chose to remain with the New York Yankees, signing a 9-year, $360 million contract. This deal made him the highest-paid position player in MLB history at the time. The decision was influenced by Judge's desire to continue his legacy with the team that drafted him and to pursue championships in the Bronx. Imagining Judge in orange and black. Had Judge signed with the Giants, the team's lineup would have been significantly bolstered. His presence in the middle of the order could have transformed the Giants' offense, providing protection for other hitters and potentially leading to increased run production. The marketing opportunities would have been immense, with Judge's jerseys flying off the shelves and his face plastered across billboards in the Bay Area. Impact on the Giants' performance. If Aaron Judge had suited up for San Francisco, the Giants' offense would have gone from needs improvement to full-blown fireworks. Close games could have tilted their way, with Judge turning ninth-inning prayers into walk-off legends. His bat alone would have sold tickets, boosted morale, and possibly even raised Bay Area property values. Pitchers would pitch around him, only to regret facing whoever hit behind him. Younger players, inspired. Fans, re-energized. Vendors, selling judgment dogs by the dozen. Oracle Park would have felt alive again, like 2012, but with more Instagram reels. Judge wasn't just a player, they would have gotten a franchise reboot. The Yankees without Judge. Had Judge left the Bronx, the Yankees lineup would have looked like it lost its spine and its swagger. His absence would have turned 100-win dreams into wild-card stress and turned Yankee Stadium boos up to 11. Opposing pitchers might have started sleeping better, while Yankee fans lost sleep altogether. Cashman's phone would have melted under the weight of Plan B. The Judge's chambers would have become a sad heirloom. Even Derek Jeter would have been texting, "Y'all good," from retirement. The New York media would have gone DEFCON 1. All of Yankee Nation would have needed therapy group sessions in pinstripes. Without Judge, the empire would have looked dented. The ripple effect across MLB. If Aaron Judge had joined the Giants, the MLB dominoes would have started falling faster than hot dogs at $1 night. Teams across both leagues would have panicked, shifting strategies like they just spilled coffee on the game plan. Free agents you've never heard of would suddenly become high-upside assets and sign for more than your neighborhood's annual GDP. The Dodgers would have immediately countered by trying to buy a small country, or at least Ohtani. AL teams would have sighed in relief, like kids finally seeing the class bully transfer schools. Sports analysts would have had a field day comparing this to LeBron's decision, only with more pine tar and fewer headbands. Fantasy baseball drafts would have turned into utter chaos, and every GM's inbox would be flooded like it's Cyber Monday. The balance of power in MLB shifted like a tectonic plate with a caffeine addiction, all because one giant slugger packed his bags and headed west. Fan reactions and media frenzy. Had Judge signed with San Francisco, fans would have reacted like someone just gave away free tacos with every home run. Giants loyalists would have danced in the streets, possibly hugging random Carl the Fog Clouds in celebration. Yankees fans, well, they'd have booed their own mirrors and renamed the Judge's chambers into the emotional damage zone. Entertainment and Sports Programming Network would go full telenovela with dramatic Judge montages, slow-mo shots, violin music, the whole 9 yards. Twitter would have erupted with "Welcome to the Bay" memes, while Reddit spiraled into deep conspiracy theories involving Brian Cashman and time travel. Late-night talk shows would milk it for weeks, and Judge in the Bay merch would outsell kombucha in Northern California. Even Mets fans, despite not being involved, would loudly declare, "This is why we can't have nice things." Baseball bars from New York to Napa would have debates loud enough to be heard in Tokyo. All this over a man with a bat and a very dramatic sense of timing. Judge's personal journey. Had Aaron Judge signed with the San Francisco Giants, it would have been a Hollywood-style homecoming story minus the red carpet, but plus garlic fries. Born and raised in Linden, California, Judge would have been just a Bay Area rapid transit ride away from mom's cooking and his old high school baseball diamond. Imagine him waving at familiar faces in the stands, maybe even his old Little League coach, awkwardly holding a Judgment Day sign upside down. Playing closer to home could have offered emotional comfort, less hotel food, more home-cooked meals. But this was not just about geography, it was about legacy. Leaving New York meant walking away from a historic franchise, packed stadiums, and about 8 million amateur sports radio analysts. And let's face it, trading Yankee pinstripes for Giants cream and black might feel like going from tuxedo to flannel pajamas cozier, but a different kind of fashion statement. It's one thing to hit 62 home runs under the lights of Yankee Stadium. It's another to do it under the foggy skies of Oracle Park. Plus, in San Francisco, there's always the chance your batting gloves get stolen by a raccoon in the dugout. In the end, the emotional draw of home almost lured him, but the bright lights of the Bronx called louder. Long-term implications for the Giants. Judge signing with the Giants would have been more than just a blockbuster, it would have been a seismic shift for a team in need of star power. Picture the ticket lines wrapping around McCovey Cove like it was Black Friday at a PS5 warehouse. Season ticket holders would have multiplied like rabbits, merchandise would have flown off shelves faster than a fastball from Logan Webb, and suddenly, the Giants would have been Major League Baseball's hottest team, not located in Southern California. Economically, Judge could have been a one-man stimulus package, boosting local businesses, hot dog sales, and the morale of every bleacher bum with a glove in hand. On the field, he'd bring the kind of power San Francisco hadn't seen since Barry Bonds scared opposing pitchers into early retirement. His presence would have inspired younger players, attracted other free agents, and maybe even gotten the team a few more entertainment and sports programming network Sunday night baseball slots. Heck, even the seagulls that circled the outfield would have stayed for 9 innings just to see him hit. But most of all, signing Judge would have announced to the league, "We are not just playing for nostalgia here, we're building something real." Sadly, without him, those dreams remain shelved like a fog-delayed flight out of SFO. Judge remains a Yankee. In the end, Aaron Judge stuck with the Yankees, and Giants fans were left holding their orange foam fingers and broken hearts. It wasn't for lack of effort. San Francisco offered him everything but a gold rush-era deed to the city. But Judge chose tradition, loyalty, and the small matter of $360 million over 9 years, the kind of money that makes you think twice about switching coasts. Maybe he couldn't resist the smell of Bronx hot dogs or the sound of fans screaming, "All rise," like they're about to testify in court. Or maybe he just loves the idea of having his own cheering section called the Judge's Chambers. Giants fans, meanwhile, tried to console themselves by chanting, "At least we have garlic fries," while watching Wilmer Flores bat cleanup. And look, New York may be cold in the winter, expensive, and full of pigeons with attitude problems, but it's also where Judge's story was written. He's not just a player there. He's a living monument, somewhere between Derek Jeter and a subway rat who's learned to juggle. So while the dream of Judge in the Bay is fun to imagine, the reality is this: he's still wearing pinstripes, still hitting bombs in the Bronx, and still breaking hearts 3,000 miles away. And that's our wild dive into the alternate universe where Aaron Judge becomes a Giant. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button like Judge smashes fastballs. Hit subscribe for more deep dives, hot takes, and a sprinkle of baseball chaos every week.